Om Sai Ram, Sai Leela, episode 18. Here we'll listen to some of the Baba's or devotees' experiences on what they have to say about Baba and their incidents that happened with them. One of the devotees says, once one of my friends had gone to see Sai Baba, and sitting there he started pressing Baba's legs. When he was pressing his legs, Baba suddenly told him to stop pressing his legs and asked him to sit far. As per his instructions, he sat far from Sai Baba, and after some time his eyes were full of tears. Then he again went and pressed Baba's legs. At that time, Baba did not tell him anything. Later, when my friend came to Dikshitwada, he told me, when I was pressing Baba's legs for the first time, there were some unwanted thoughts in my mind when immediately Sai told me to stop and sit far. I felt sorry for what I did and mentally asked for forgiveness from Baba, and then when I started pressing his legs again, he did not say anything. These are some of the ways Baba used to give lessons to his devotees. One day, as usual, I went for Baba's darshan. He was near the dhuni at that time. I fell on his feet and he said, "Why do you have to worry? I worry for all." I again fell on his feet and said, "Yes, you worry for all, Baba." Baba used to worry for all much more than how much we are worried for ourselves. However, I was wondering, why is he saying this to me today? I got the answer to it after I went home to Mumbai. My daughter, who was playing at my house in Villeparle, Mumbai, started climbing the cupboard and she fell down and the cupboard fell on her. There were metal and glass toys in the cupboard which did not hurt her at all. Only the glass bangle which she was wearing broke and hurt her slightly. This was a big miracle. On another day, my daughter, who was 5 years old, went to the washroom with an escort. There was a snake which was driven away by the escort, and my daughter was saved. Once, a devotee named Shankar Rao Sri Sagar came to meet Baba. Baba asked dakshina from him. He gave away all the money he had in his pocket. When he came back to the Vada, somebody asked him, "How will you go back home? You don't have any money." Shankar Rao said, "Baba will give." On the same day, the postmaster from Rahata came along with his friend. Shankar Rao had given this friend 20 rupees some years ago, which he returned to Shankar Rao even without him asking for it. This is how Sai takes care of his devotees. Baba breathed his last on 15th October 1918. The same night, he appeared in the dreams of Lakshman Bhatt and said, "Bapu Sahib will not come to do my aarti because he thinks I am dead. I am still alive. You come and do aarti in the morning." As instructed in the dream, Lakshman Bhatt went to the mosque and did the aarti. At that time, Baba's hand was moving and many of them had the same feeling. After that, in the afternoon also, aarti was done, and in the evening of 16th October, Baba's body was taken to Booty's Vada and again aarti was done at night. 2 or 3 days after Baba had taken Samadhi, he appeared in the dream of Moreshwar Pradhan's sister-in-law in Santa Cruz and told, "There is a yellow shawl in your trunk that should be put on my Samadhi in Shirdi." This lady had kept the shawl away in the trunk many years ago and had forgotten about it. In the morning, she told about her dream to Moreshwar Pradhan and removed the shawl from the trunk and sent it to Shirdi. This shawl is still used on Baba's Samadhi. One day early in the morning, Baba appeared in Kaka Mahajani's dream and said, "Wake up, today is my 30th day." Kaka woke up and thought 30 days are completed long back, but when he counted the days, he realized that it was the 30th day. He then called a Brahmin and asked him to do the Abhishek of Baba's Padukas and fed some of Baba's devotees. This way, the first month anniversary of Baba was celebrated. After that, all the anniversary of each month was celebrated in Mumbai. Experiences of Tarkhad family. Resurrection of a dead body. I am very certain that many Sai Baba's devotees must have come across such spiritual experiences, and as a result, Baba's name and fame had spread all over the continents. I came across one Miss Bhakuni who is attached to Sri Sai Mandir at Chhatarpur near New Delhi. She is doing her PhD in literature and the subject she has selected is Sai Baba. She has done a lot of research work on Baba. Their trust is publishing a quarterly magazine in Hindi and it is quite educative. Of course, during Baba's lifetime, his message was spread over Mumbai and Maharashtra by mainly none other than Das Ganu Maharaj. Baba used to address him as Ganiya. Das Ganu Maharaj used to perform kirtans through which he used to impress upon people the Leelas of Baba and also used to spread his message to the masses. Once during Das Ganu's stay in Shirdi, he was called upon to give performance in a village near Shirdi. Das Ganu Maharaj used to keep Baba's photo on a stool and used to garland the same before he began his kirtan. Of course, which when conducted near around Shirdi, he used to take Baba's blessings before proceeding. One afternoon, he came to Dwarka Mai and informed Baba that in the evening he will proceed to perform the kirtan in a nearby village and hence he needed Baba's blessings. Baba told him that he is free to go but requested him to take Bhau along with him. Das Ganu said that he has no objection in taking along my father, but he would not like to deprive him of his ritual of lighting lamps in Dwarka Mai in the evening. Hearing this, Baba said that he need not worry about Dwarka Mai lamps as somebody else would attend to that task, but insisted that Das Ganu should take Bhau along with him. Both Das Ganu and Jyotindra Tarkhad understood that this is rather Baba's order. Then, as per the agreed time, they left in the evening for that village which was around 7 to 8 kilometers away. In those days, there was no transportation facility like today, so they had to go walking all the way. By the time they reached the village, the sun had already set. They unfolded the mats on the ground, kept the stool with Baba's photograph on it and garlanded the same. They lighted the Petromax lamps and hung at four corners. Villagers had gathered and Das Ganu Maharaj began his kirtan. After about an hour, when night had already set in, they encountered trouble. Around 7 to 8 people who were very dark complexioned, possibly from Bhil tribe, came over there. They were carrying a dead body over their shoulders and were on the way to cemetery to perform the last rites. Their leader straightly came to Das Ganu and threatened him. He inquired about the photograph on the stool. Das Ganu explained politely, stating that the photograph is of Sai Baba of Shirdi and he worships him as his guru as well as his deity. He went on to state that Sai Baba gives medicines to poor people and relieves them from their agony. He is performing the kirtan which will bring happiness to the villagers. Then that Bhil later told his people to keep the bier down, the dead body down, and he addressed Das Ganu stating that if his deity is mighty, which means if Baba is mighty, then it should be possible for Baba to bring back life into that dead body. He challenged him to do so, otherwise he would kill him and his troop. Das Ganu was very scared and he approached Jyotindra Tarkhad seeking for his advice. Jyotindra Tarkhad had realized that this could be probably Baba's creation and they should plead to him only and invoke his mercy to come to their rescue. He suggested to Das Ganu to perform his famous kirtan, Sai Rehm Nazar Karna, Bachcho Ka Palan Karna. Jyotirindra Tarkhat said this to recite this kirtan of Baba and leave it to Baba to decide the rest. Then Das Ganu began his popular kirtan and he got so much engrossed in it that Jyotirindra Tarkhat had never seen him in that state ever before this. He was literally dancing and all the villagers were positively responding to him. Jyotirindra Tarkhat was rather keeping a watch on that dead body. About an hour must have passed and something unprecedented happened. The life had returned to the dead body. It broke open all the strings tied around him and sat on the bier and the dead body started clapping and joined the kirtan along with the rest. Jyotirindra Tarkhat was overjoyed to see that he got up from his place and went to Das Ganu, who was no more himself because he was in trance. Jyotirindra Tarkhat caught him with his both hands and told him to stop the kirtan. Baba had saved them from fear of losing their own lives. The kirtan then stopped. Those bhils got up. They helped that dead body, which was no more dead then, to stand on its own feet. They told him to bow to Das Ganu and then made all detailed inquiry about Baba and promised to visit Shirdi for his darshan. Next day, when Das Ganu and Jyotirindra Tarkhat went to Dwarka Mai, Baba asked, "Hey Ganya, good that my bhau was there with you yesterday. Otherwise, who would have saved you from the wrath of bhils?" On hearing this, both of them told Baba that it was all his creation and they are totally dependent on him in situations like that, and he should continue to shower his mercy and blessings upon them. Dear Baba's devotees, here you may have all kind of doubts. I can only plead you to please believe this. Maybe that dead body was not actually dead but was in coma. What is important here is Baba knew in advance what is going to happen during the kirtan, or maybe it was all his creation to imbibe confidence in Das Ganu. Baba knows best how to pull people towards him, and this will continue to happen. We must keep our strong, everlasting faith in Baba's divine lotus feet. Om Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.